Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And today's starter, Dean Kramer. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Swings through that one for strike two. Got it. And one out now. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice. And he grounds one to the right side. Holiday slings to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
Aaron Judge.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3 up, 3 down inning. Back here in Baltimore. And on the hill in this one, Clark Schmidt.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Bottom of the first. Laureano comes up to hit. Fouled off. He was late. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Gunnar Henderson.
Hard on the ground to first. Rice takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. 2 outs, base is empty. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
He was all over that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now at the plate, Ramon Urias. This one in the air right field. Bellinger pulls it down. That is the inning. Back now at Oriole Park, top of the second. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Cody Bellinger. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
That one in for a strike. 2-2. Bellinger gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. And that gets down in the corner. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead. He's not stopping. On his way home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Outside low, and the count is 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And here's the catcher.
Catcher, number 25.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the 2nd. And that's down and away. And that one hit to first, and that's a foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground, right side, Holiday. On to first. That's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the veteran catcher, Gary Sanchez. And a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Inside, almost got him.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That's the ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout. This is Dylan Carlson. That's to 3rd. And it gets by him.
Batting 7th, left fielder.
1 gone, runner at first. Next to hit, Heston Kjerstad. Maybe a 2 ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. On to the 3rd inning, and now it's switch hitting 3rd baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. Here's a 1-1. And that's in for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Liner, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting, center fielder Trent Grisham.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Lead runner to 2nd, so 2 on and nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now here is Ben Rice.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2 ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll circle the bases. His 7th home run of the season. It's 5-zip. Here is Aaron Judge. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1-2 here. Ripped to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Man at first. Here's Cody Bellinger. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Next offering is down low. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And there's one down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
batting.
Good guy to have right in the middle of your infield, right in the middle of your lineup.
Judge leads off first with 1 away. Glove side, but it gets through. Still able to fire over. The throw won't get there in time, and now they have runners at the corners.
Now pitching.
Coming out for the Orioles, number 19.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Volpe, the next to hit. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that'll load the bases. It looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
And a swing and a miss. Good job of damage control right there. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. And into the box for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo. Here's a 1-1. Just missed. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
3-2.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air, right side. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away. Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Jackson Holliday.
Next pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1. That one missed. And that's ball
That's out
four.
the corner. Ball four. Take it, base.
Now batting, right
So
fielder,
back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Ramon Laureano will hit next. And a 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Sometimes being
1-2.
lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So now the DH spot. Gunnar Henderson.
Designated hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
2 outs.
No, that's a ball.
Check on the runner. And he's back safely.
He's in there.
Holiday leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That's towards center. Grisham sizing this one up. Brings it in. And that will end the inning. Back here in Baltimore, out of the 4th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. The wind of the pitch. That one a little bit high. Now 2 balls and a strike. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 2. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Hit in the air, left field. Kerstad makes the grab. 2 away now. 2 down, base is empty. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. 2-2.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
That's
2
inside.
balls. 1 strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, right fielder.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. The 1-1.
No, that's a ball.
Rice on second. Judge at first. 2 out of the inning. That one fouled off. 2-2. And Belly goes down on strikes. Back now at Oriole Park, ready to go, bottom 4, and into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. Right side, and that one handled, throws to first, 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Dominguez makes the grab. 2 down. And Gary Sanchez at the plate. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing. But it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play. Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary. But this type of guy shuts the running game down.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swings through that high fastball.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Going back. Stretches out and hauls it in. 2 outs, base is empty. Jason Dominguez getting ready to hit.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the inning. Now it's going to be Dylan Carlson.
Center fielder, Dylan Carlson.
California kid. Played for his dad at Elk Grove High School. His teammates there with Nick Madrigal. That's down and in. Swings and misses. 2-2 now.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Struck him out looking.
Now batting.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Heston Kjerstad. One down, base is empty. And misses inside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Now batting.
Jorge Mateo now.
Jorge Mateo.
Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So 2 down now, and here is Jackson Holliday.
Jackson Holliday.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Line drive. Brings it in for the third out. All set for the top of the sixth. Now here is number 25. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game. And next
Now
for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
One out, base is empty. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So the lineup flips over. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. Rips one to right. Laureano makes the catch, and there are 2 down. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice.
Ben Rice.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 2-2. The other way, and it stays fair. Coming home. He will score.
Comes through with the RBI. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Ground ball up the middle. A dive. He's got it. To his knee. The throw. And it beats him. What a play. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Ramon Laureano.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. New pitcher now, Will Warren. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
First baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
That misses the zone. 2-1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And that's outside. It is ball 4, and he's on base.
Up next for the Orioles.
Runner at first with 2 away. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Ramon Urias. Mountcastle, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that's in the dirt. Fair ball. The relay, but he's in there easily.
It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair. So that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Next pitch is outside. Now he breaks his bat. Sends it to first, and that is the inning. This game's a bit of a blowout, Siggy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Siggy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Stays alive.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Ring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That one fouled off, 2-2. One down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And here is Anthony Volpe.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep. And then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Carlson makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now, Dylan Carlson. On the ground to 3rd, Cabrera. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. And here is Heston Kjerstad.
Heston Kjerstad.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Boots it. Still fires to first. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one ripped left field. That's back. That'll make it out of here. A solo shot. And they've got their first run. It's 6-1. 2 outs, nobody on. And next for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday. And that's in there at the knees. Close, but called a ball. 2-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new
Orioles.
arm on the mound to start the 8th. Gregory
Number
Soto.
65.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
Soto.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's the left
Leading
fielder,
off for the
Jason
Yankees,
Dominguez.
Left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Pitch
Two
misses
balls,
there.
one strike.
Now 2 balls and a strike.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their
3 balls,
chances at the
1
plate.
strike.
So far, they have 6 hits in the counts where the pitcher has had the advantage, so it hasn't been easy for them, but they're finding a way to get it done. Second walk of the
Now
game
batting,
for him,
number
and he's been
25.
really patient at the plate, a game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
That one missing inside. That one close, ruled a ball.
3-1.
And now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And it's caught for the out. And the batter now Oswaldo
batting, third
Cabrera.
baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Dominguez, the base runner at first with 1 out. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Hit in the air out to center field. Carlson settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. So a man
Up
aboard.
next for the Yankees,
Now here's Trent
center
Grisham.
fielder, Trent Grisham.
To first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out. And that'll do it. Back here in Baltimore,
Leading off
ready for the
the
bottom of the
Orioles,
8th. Here's
right
Ramon
fielder,
Laureano.
Ramon Laureano.
High fly ball out towards left field. Hops
ground
over the
rule
wall, and that's an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Gunnar Henderson digs in now. Man at second.
Ball.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And Laureano in scoring position. Got him swinging. And here's the first
Now
baseman,
batting,
Ryan
first
Mountcastle.
baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Lifted in the air, right field. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 6-2. Here's the third baseman, Ramon Urias. Outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2-2.
That one off the mark, and the count is filled up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some.
New pitcher for the Yankees, Mark Leiter Jr.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
First and second, one out. Here's the catcher, Gary Sanchez. Tap foul at the plate. And a swing and a miss. That's the second out.
Now batting.
Next to hit,
center
Dylan
fielder,
Carlson.
Well, both sides
Carlson.
equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Way out front for strike two.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Traffic on the bases with one already in. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground to first. He takes it on his own. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Back now at Oriole
Leading
Park.
off for the
All set for the
Yankees.
start of the
Center
inning.
fielder,
Here's the Yankees
Trent
leadoff
Grisham.
hitter, Trent Grisham. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
Ball 3. Count full.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Ben Rice
Up next
stepping
for the
in now
Yankees,
for the Yankees.
First baseman.
Well,
Ben
no better
Rice.
night than Sunday night when everyone is watching. You break out, you just let them know that you haven't gone anywhere.
Just off the outside edge, and it's 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. Nobody out, runner at first. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's a little bit low.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
To third, and that's a fair ball. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Judge rips that one. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. First and second, no outs. Here at the top of the ninth. On the ground, could be two. Flips it. There's one on a Mountcastle. It's a double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Keegan Aiken.
45.
This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Bellinger up to hit. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So bottom of the ninth. Now the left fielder, Heston Kjerstad. Here's a 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 and 2.
Line to left. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles. Popped up right side. Rice settles underneath it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Out to short. Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting, right fielder.
So they turn to their closer, Devin Williams.
And Boog, the offense needs to be ready for the screwball. It's not a pitch you see very often, so it's tough to pick up, and it's a good one.
Devin Williams.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Now it's the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. And a foul ball. Williams. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Bellinger makes the grab for the second out. So they're down to their final out. Next is the designated hitter, Gunnar Henderson. First and second, 2 down. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. The throw in, it's offline. The run comes in.
Picks himself up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. That's the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.